used this harsh. The Supreme Court of the United States has decided a case which holds that some of the policies which our Department of Public Welfare have used in Texas to disqualify families from receiving aid for dependent children can no longer be applied. The net result will be that more families in Texas will be eligible to receive this aid for needy dependent children. However, the problem arises in that there is only so much money that under our state constitution we in the legislature can appropriate for this purpose. We've appropriated the maximum that the Constitution permits us to appropriate, and therefore if there are going to be more people receiving the same amount of money, each individual will receive less than he is presently receiving. This November, the voters of Texas will have a chance to increase the constitutional limit from $60 million a year to $75 million a year that we in the legislature can appropriate for all of our welfare programs in Texas. Old age assistance, dependent children, totally disabled, all of our welfare programs. If that amendment is passed, and I hope it will be, then next year we can appropriate an additional $15 million a year for this purpose. This money in turn is matched by federal money, and it will make more money available. The net result will be that each recipient, whether it be an old age recipient, a blind person, a totally and permanently disabled person, or a family with dependent children, each of these recipients will receive more beginning September 1969.
Senator, what will happen if the voters turn down the proposed constitutional amendment this fall?
If it doesn't pass, then we in the legislature have our hands tied. We cannot violate our state constitution, which provides the limit of $60 million presently.
The circus always inspires many young people to run away and join up with the show for the atmosphere of travel and entertainment. Most of the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey show is composed of foreigners, but there are two Texans who did run away to join the show. Bob Dover from San Antonio and Joanna Rodick from Arlington. Bob, since Joanna seems a little camera shy, could you tell us how long she's been with the circus?
This is her first year with Ringling Brothers, and she's a very beautiful and very talented girl.
Do you think possibly in her act that she has to have any special training or anything more than somebody else would have to have?
Well, yes, all the girls are well trained by Miss Antoinette Kinsella, who's the aerial director of the circus. They go through a training session, and after she feels they're okay to go up, then it's fine. In Joanna's case, she did have aerial experience.
Where did you find her?
Actually, she wrote Mrs. Kinsella for a job, and Mrs. Kinsella hired her.
I know you've been with the circus yourself quite a while, and you're also a Texan. How did you come to join the circus?
Well, a lot of times they say it was a Toby Tyler story, run away from home, but I did not really run away from home to join the circus. I ran away from home, and the circus happened to be there, and I joined it. This was in 1944.
Your job now with the circus is what?
Is performance director, similar to a stage manager in a theater, to sort of keep the backstage activities working.
What did you start out doing when you first joined?
I was an usher.
Would you recommend to anybody else that would want to run away and join the circus, would you recommend they do it?
No, I'd say get the education first, then join the circus.
You don't want to say anything at all? Just say no.
No.
From the Dallas Memorial Auditorium, Mike Moss, Channel 8 News.
Well, tomorrow we intend to present our annual salary survey and fringe benefit program to the city councilman at the council meeting. Each year we do this, and we hope that it will act as information and as a guide to our councilmen, in addition to the information that they have at their disposal. Our survey this year has been mostly compared with cities that the IACP report used in their survey in 1967. Presented to the council will be salaries that were paid in these cities in 1968 and compared to the IACP recommendation for our salary. These salaries are that IACP used. They used salaries that were paid in 1967 and 66. So actually we're behind the salaries paid in these cities. Now we have used 1968 salaries paid in these 18 cities that we used in our comparison, of which 13 of them are the same cities that the IACP report used.